Lee will travel to Hoosh Park this Tuesday. Our boys have a chance to take on Yeovil, get to the quarter-final of the Checkatrade Trophy, which it's been a really exciting competition for them so far, and it'd be good to take it another step further.
Yeah, obviously a really difficult game tomorrow night down in Yeovil, so one that we're obviously looking forward to. You know, as we've gone on record before and said that, you know, getting to the stage, we felt we've done exceptionally well. One of the few sort of academy teams still in it, so that's a great achievement for us. But you know, we want to try and obviously do everything we can tomorrow night to take that a step further. But certainly a really difficult game tomorrow down in Yeovil. You know,
come through a really difficult one in Southampton. You know, it's another away game for us. We've got some good travelling fans at Southampton. Hopefully we'll have a few more at Yeovil and seeing what our team's all about.
Yeah, you know, I think I said after that game it's important that we get the fans involved in it, because it is a last 16 of a competition round. So, you know, with a quarter final up at stake. So, you know, we as staff and as players want as many of our supporters along to support the young players through the night and give them encouragement and so on. And that's what football's about. And, you know, we're craving for that tomorrow night, really, to get as many of our supporters along to give the support to the team.
And the supporters that do come to these kind of games are always enthusiastic, and they can be quite good fun games to be at, really, can't they too?
Yeah, I think, you know, there wasn't too many at Southampton, but they made a bit of noise and so on. And of course, you win on penalties and then you run over and to the fans, and, you know, there seems like there's a couple of thousand there because they're really excited by it, because it was a really entertaining evening, you know, with a fantastic outcome on that occasion. So, yeah, you know, my sort of words to the fans was just get along. You know, we need your help.
We've played them once already, Yeovil, played them here at Relacy Stadium. They won 2-0 on that evening, so I'm sure they'll be looking a little bit at what they can have learned from that game, and going in knowing it's going to be another tough one. Yeah,
very difficult game. You know, here, as I said, they won 2-0, so we'll obviously take bits from that, and you know, it does give us that opportunity to play them again. We've already played them once, so it gives us a chance to know a little bit about them like we did before. So it is a tough game, yeah, there's no doubt about that. And you know, they'll obviously be favourites to go for on the night, but you know, we've got to do our best to see what we can get from it.
We talk so often about the kind of different experiences that our boys have had this season, and this has certainly been one of them. A cup run like this, and a chance to kind of keep playing adult teams and kind of get to those later stages. You know, potentially the last 8 now in the league, in this competition would be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's always about experiences, you know, in life and in general. So, and this is no different. And this has been a great experience for us to date. We want to continue that, you know, and. Just getting back to the fans again, it's important that, you know, that the competition's had a little bit of criticism, and you know, I can understand that to a degree. Everybody's got their different opinions and stuff, but you know, being at sort of Manchester United on Saturday, and you know, you hear amongst the fans them talking about the competition and that the team are in that, so you just, you know, we want those guys to come along, you know.
Even some Reading fans might have, like, you know, maybe let's call it moral objections to the competition because of the way it's changed. I know a lot of fans from other clubs have certainly boycotted it, but from our point, from a Reading Football Club point of view, I'm sure you'd agree it's been nothing but a positive thing.
Yep, you can breed young players against league players, you know, that are playing week in, week out in League 1 and League 2, and that's what we've done this year in this competition. You know, we've gone to Bristol Rovers and we've gone to Portsmouth. You know, and Yeovil have come here. Now we're going back to Yeovil. So, you know, can tell me that doesn't help the experiences of our young players. You know, we send players out on loan to gain league experience, and for the first time this kind of year, we've been able to go into a competition where we can get that experience in-house through a games programme, which, you know, it's different, isn't it? So whenever anything's different and there's a bit of change, people are always unsure, and you know, don't really understand it to a degree. So, and I get that, and I completely understand it. But I think once the dust settles with it all, hopefully, you know, down the line, you'll have talking to players in the future where they'll say that was a good experience for them, and that's actually really what it's about for everybody concerned. Because it also gives, you know, it's not just us. It's also given some of the teams that we've played against league sides to play their young players as well. It's just not about our young players here. They've done that too, so it's a win really for everybody, I think.
And ultimately, I suppose it's all part of that process, because the boys are in that under 23 group. You've got to bridge that gap to the first team football, and it certainly helps that process. And I think our boys are knocking on the door all the time.
Yeah, you know, I think it's important to understand also that this competition is an under 21. It's not an under 23, and that gets a bit confused too, because of course, if the further you push the age band up, people perceive it to be more first team sort of players rather than younger players. So yes, the players always are looking up. So who's the young players that have gone in? And we've had a history of doing that, and we've got examples of that this season again now. So again, that's great for them to aspire to be like that. To aspire to be like the players in the first team and the players that have come through that they'll see on the walls when they walk into the training every day.
Lastly, in the preparation for Yeovil, what's the processes for the boys? Presumably they kind of take a look at the opposition, work together for a few days beforehand on the shape and the tactics, and get together a game plan? Yeah,
it's just no different than any other game that we play in any competition. You must make sure you get your preparation right, and then hopefully it takes care of itself on game day.
I wish you best of luck for Tuesday night. Thank you, Lee.
Thanks, mate.